I'm sorry I got kicked out. Tareela, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Hey, everyone. Good evening. My name is Isabel Spiff. Welcome to the Octopus series. We have a very, very fantastic guest tonight. We don't normally do it in the evenings, but she's a very busy person and we have to pin her down at this time. So we'll dive straight into it. Welcome, Tareela. I'll tell you a little bit about Tareela. She'll tell us more about herself as we go along. Tareela Okene is a passionate and detailed cake decorator, sugar artist, enthusiastic teacher who hails from Delta State, Nigeria. She's also the founder and creative director at Dripples Cakes, Port Harcourt. Her passion for teaching gave birth to Dripples Academy, where she teaches and shares her craft skills. Welcome, Tareela. It's a pleasure to have you tonight.
Thank you.
Yes. So we know that you are the cake boss. Yes, you are. And the sugar queen, I understand as well. So just tell us a bit about your journey before we delve into what our series is trying to do for event professionals, event professional post-COVID-19.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Tareela Okene, the brand behind Dripples Cakes in Port Harcourt. We do wedding cakes, we do all sorts of cakes. Well, we've been on. I always use my second daughter's age, and she's 17. So I always use her age as to count when I actually started Dripples. I mean, not Drippled, but the cake business as a business, really. Okay, so it's been over 17 years now with baking and decorating cakes and tutoring others as well. So I would not say it has been an easy journey. We've had yes, not easy at all. We've had lots of challenges that we're able to face and we're able to conquer. That's why we're here today. So challenges will always come as long as we grow, and we should always have in our mindset that as we grow, the challenges will grow as well. Okay, so it has not been an easy ride, but we are hopeful and so thankful to God for taking us this far. I'm a mother of 4 children, 3 girls, 3 beautiful girls, and a boy. And I'm still striving to get higher, actually. Great. So thank you for this platform, Isabel.
Thank you, Tareela, for agreeing to be here. So let me ask you, well, a global pandemic is upon us. How did that affect your business personally?
Well, it did. Even till now, it's affecting us seriously. Okay, so especially during the lockdown, it was really tough. We're not used to not having alerts coming in daily. And then the first, yeah. So I was kind of depressed during the lockdown because I just cannot imagine myself waking up and then all I can do is go to the fridge, always check the fridge to console yourself, lying down. You can't even come out of your house to do anything. Yeah. And then the worst part was we couldn't even get alerts coming in. I don't see Fidelity, I don't see UB, I don't see anything. So by the time you want to check your balance, you have to just scroll and scroll. You have unnecessary emails coming in. So you just have to keep scrolling. It was really depressing, okay? And then with the fact that we have staff to cater for, they will have to survive, right? So if you keep them at home for that long, how will they survive? We're all human, so you must find a way to make them. So it was really difficult at that time, trying to see how we can keep our staff together, try to see how we can make them survive as well, So it was really tough. Not easy. And with the fact that now that we are on with business slowly, the ingredients, you can't even buy them. They're scarce. And if you manage to see them, they are like double in price. So we don't even know what to do. Do we go back to review our prices? How will our customers feel? Everything is just too much at this moment, okay? So it's been tough, yeah. Events have been slow. Customers, well, they are trying, but it has not been easy, really. But we're hopeful. We're hopeful. As long as we're alive, we'll continue to struggle, and then we'll make sure we make it to the top.
Okay. So during the lockdown, during the heat of the pandemic, what did yourself and your team, what innovative ways did you come up with? What innovations did you come up with to also keep the business going?
Yeah, so because it was,
I would like to say, how did you show your staff employee loyalty?
Okay, so we've always had a group as a team. We have the Dripple staff as a team, from the administration to the labor. Okay, so we are in a team, even though we have our separate departments, but we have a WhatsApp group where we communicate. Okay, so we always keep them updated of what's happening, how to keep yourself safe and all that, and hope everyone is fine. So now during that time, now we have enough time, okay, at home. So what we did was, I always go online. It was now time for us to search for more knowledge online. So I get a lot of tutorials. I paid for online tutorials, which I'm able to send to the group just to equip them. They were also tired. They were all tired of sitting at home without doing anything. These are people that will wake up very early, come to work, before 8 o'clock, and then they close at 6. Now they're doing nothing. So they're all bored. So what I kept them doing was, we chat every day. We chat. We try to see how we can learn something new. So we're actually learning. For me, I dived into a lot of things. I did a lot of online classes where I try to equip my knowledge, okay, because I know this also will pass, right? So when at the end of the whole thing, what will become of us? Are we going to start from beginning and start struggling, or we're going to acquire knowledge? Yet, as first, it was really scary. Everyone was scared, but we just had to keep it going, because we prayed to be alive, and thank God we're all alive now, right? So, yeah, so that was what we actually did. So I kept my team busy with tutorials that I was getting online.
Okay, so it was basically continuous learning.
Yes, continuous learning. We had enough time now to learn.
Okay, so in terms of baking, did you guys just learn?
It's breaking. You're breaking, Izobe. I can't hear you. I can barely hear you.
Was it me or was it you who was frozen?
Your side, from your end.
So, okay.
So I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, so I was saying, what did you guys do? Did you come up with some innovative way of still serving your customers? Like maybe packages, were you doing any of that?
Yes, we did that. In fact, while I was at home and while it was the heat was still on in China, my dear, I was in China. I was in China online. Okay, so we were trying to see how we can come up with beautiful packaging by the time this whole pandemic will be over. Okay, so we had to sort out, even though they were not working at that time, we're still able to just search, and then we cannot do much because the dollar rates, the exchange rate is so high now. So everything is on hold. It's just in the cart waiting until when the dollar drops. Yeah. So we're able to do that. Try to see how we can come up with new innovations. Okay. So our clients are seeing us in different lights. And
yes.
Yeah. So that was it.
Okay. So did you do any side hustle? Did you get another stream of income?
Yes, stream of income. At that time, during the lockdown, actually, I won't lie to you, since it was a strict one, we were not allowed to do any movement. I didn't let my staff come to work. Everyone stayed far. Everyone stayed in their homes. So nothing, I tell you, not a penny was coming in for that period of time.
But when the restrictions eased up.
Oh, yes, we did, because a lot of people wanted cakes. They wanted to find, they're like, oh, madam, you should be able to have a pass. I'm like, there's not like pass in Port Harcourt. There's not like pass in River State. I'm not ready for my building to be down. So there's not like pass. Everyone just hold on. So, but during that the ease of the lockdown, yes, we had a lot of people coming. Just the very day we opened, I made the announcement, we had the crowd coming to buy. So we walked till...
We had missed you.
Yes. So we're able to do a bit of the hustle, I would say that. Then at the time, now it's fine because people are celebrating, even with the heat of pandemic.
It's opening up a bit.
But little, not as much as, the revenue is not like, okay.
No, it won't be, but at least just a bit trickling in, because when the restrictions were eased up, we saw a lot on social media. We saw a lot of people celebrating intimate events. Yes. Small birthday parties, they always had cakes. So I'm sure that you guys had a play in all of that. I was talking to a caterer some episodes ago, and the caterers, many people even pivoted into the catering business.
Yes, a lot of them.
So it was easier to do. You can cook, then send off to your clients. So a lot of people did that, and a lot of people innovated and started doing meal packages, surprise packages, children's party packages. And when they said we couldn't serve meals at events, they were doing all those takeaway packages. So those were some really cool, innovative stuff that caterers did. And I saw and then another also.
Yeah, and another thing we did was like the delivery. Yeah, and then another thing we did was the delivery. So our delivery service it's better than before. Because, with the lockdown, a lot of people were still scared coming out, okay? So we tried to make it easy. Now, stay at home, we'll deliver to you, okay? So we've been able to do that now. And As I speak now, about 70 to 80% of our cakes are being delivered to our clients, unlike when they walk in, because of the fear of the whole social distancing and the whole virus thing.
And pick up,
yeah. So many of them just order online. So we try to open up to let them know you can order online. Yeah. With the heat of this pandemic, we're able to create and we're able to set up our e-commerce website. So people actually go to the website to order cake online. Yes. So in fact, the weeks we stayed at home opened us to a lot of opportunities, really.
Yeah.
Somehow,
so you put in more structures.
Yes, we did. So now we have our e-commerce website running and people order cakes online. You don't really need to come to the shop, and then we can also get it delivered to you wherever you are. So that's helped too as well.
We had some upsides.
Yes.
So there was a kind of balance. So I have a question here from someone, this question came in during the week, asking, as a renowned baker, do you have other businesses that you are into or services that you provide?
Well, for now, no. All I do is still under the same umbrella.
Okay.
Well, we teach. I do the online teaching. Yes, during the pandemic, I was able to create some online courses and we made some money.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were able to make some money during the online. So that gave me joy. Yeah, it gave me joy because like the first 2 weeks, I was really depressed. I won't lie to you. I was really depressed. I didn't know what to do. So I was even scared. What should we sell? Should we do things? People are scared at home. People are dying. What's the next step? But you get a lot of motivational speakers everywhere trying to tell you this is the opportunity for you. This is the opportunity. The world is changing, So, and I had some courses I already had. So we had to try to see how we could make up a school and then sell these courses. So yes, during the pandemic, I was able to sell my courses to not just Nigerians.
Okay.
We're able to sell over the world. People were buying courses from the UK, from Italy, from Tanzania. So we're able to make some money during that time. Yeah.
So e-commerce is the way to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you handle cancellations? Were you having to do a lot of refunds?
Let's not just go there. Cancellation. But Zobe, now, a lot of, oh God, yes, it's so painful. I can't count how much. I cannot say how much we refunded to people. We had a lot of refunds. One mother called, oh, sorry, my kids can't come back from the UK again because of this whole thing. They will have their weddings in the UK. They will have the event in the UK and very small. So we refunded. But Zobe, you remember your event too? We're supposed to have some events, right? You remember?
Exactly. We canceled.
We canceled. Shifted to. It was now taken to Abuja, where the couple are. So we had a lot of refunds, especially on wedding cakes. Huge on wedding cakes. So we had to do refunds. Yeah, we did.
I guess most businesses were hit with that.
Yes, and because
some people were more amenable to shifting.
Yeah, and that one helped. We had some weddings last week that was shifted, even this week, but a lot of them shifted, and we had to make refunds. We had no choice than to do it. We didn't have any policy on pandemic, so we had to give them their full money, and it was really painful.
So I guess going forward, we should think about that aspect in our contracts.
Yeah, but no one prays for it. We don't want
nobody prays for it, but
oh my God,
it's something that I think it's a learning curve for everybody.
Yes. Even with our staff, even with the staff, to let them know that if there is a case of pandemic, because if there's no work, how do you pay them? But we're able to do that. It wasn't easy. So at a point, we had to do the shift thing. Instead of taking 100% of our staff, we asked 50%, to resume work.
Yeah.
To be able to, so we can observe the social distancing even at work.
Great.
Okay, even myself, I was scared. So we're able to take like 50%. Okay, come to work. These guys, you stay here. You work 1 week. The other 50% to work the other week. So in a month, instead of working for 4 weeks and getting a full pay, the revenue wasn't coming that much, so you cannot afford to pay your 100% staff. Okay, so what we did was, work 2 weeks in the month, and then you get 2 weeks pay.
Okay.
So that was what we did.
Which is very understandable.
Yes.
Because there were some businesses that let everybody go.
It would be difficult. How do you pay them? So instead of owing them, for working for 4 weeks, they know they worked for 4 weeks. So why not pay them the 4 weeks? It would be very bad on your part, okay? And the revenue wasn't coming as much as it was. So what I felt I should do at that time was to split the strength of our staff to two. We divided them into two. So you work for 2, come this week, the other set will come the other week. So by the end of the month, you worked for 2 weeks and you're going to be paid for just 2 weeks. So we did that until somehow, I think it's stabilizing down now. So everybody's at work now. Yeah, everybody's at work right now. But at that time, we were able
slowly
to do that
opening.
So we
the events industry is slowly opening up. Yeah. And we're thankful. We just have to be mindful of the safety protocols being put in place so we are all protected and safe. So for upcoming bakers, what would you advise them? Because I'm sure some people will just be frustrated and just let go of it. Like someone who's just starting a startup, just starting out in business, and this pandemic rears its ugly head. What will he or she do? It would just be a case of, oh, this business has failed, it's dead on arrival. What words of encouragement, what tips will you give such a baker who has experienced this coming into business?
Yeah. Like we say, challenges will come. So this should be one. Okay, it's a heavy one, but we should be able to face it. Just face it. Try to see how you can survive, no matter what it is. We just have to survive. Isabel, right now, the cost of everything has gone up. It's challenge, a big challenge to us. So somehow we want to sit down and then review our prices. But if we do that, we'll affect the customers as well.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. So we just want to believe it's a phase. And we pray this phase is over on time, okay?
Quickly,
so we can go back to
quickly over
on time, so that we can go back again, and we pray the prices will drop, right? So it's a challenge. We had to
I guess eventually it will normalize. It will normalize.
Yes, eventually. I pray so. Yes, it will. I see it coming down. I see everything coming back to normal soon. So it's a phase. Let's just it will pass as well. So it's a phase, it will pass as well. So we shouldn't run away from it. If you run away from it, where do you want to go to? Everywhere has its own challenge. Everywhere, every business. Yeah. I don't think this thing affected just a particular section of business. I'm sure it affected
everybody.
Everyone.
Although some people thrived during this period. Some people thrived, but some businesses died.
Yes,
some businesses died. Yes.
True.
It really affected the events industry because we are party. We are gathering of people.
Yes, so gathering of people. So there's no social distancing.
Exactly. If that is being discouraged, then we are badly impacted.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we will do the intimate events and just, try and maintain and observe all the safety protocols being put in place for our own good. I think gradually people will start appreciating intimate events. We like big parties.
But somehow these intimate events are really beautiful. It's small, small amount of people. It's just really beautiful. I see how the decor goes. Yeah, saves you money. You don't need too many people coming to your wedding. At the end of the day, you cannot survive. Somehow I think this small one is really nice.
Okay. I have a question for you. You said, what do you think the event professional can do differently to engage more with networking so we can help each other sustain better?
I think collaboration will help here. Okay. I need you. You need me, Zube. So if we work together, I'm sure we'll also grow together. I can't be an island of my own. You bring your customers, you tell us what is going on, and then we come in. So if I stay in my own office, somehow my brides will not come, right? Yes, they will come, but you will speed up my revenue by connecting me with your brides, right? Because you are the ones, you are there, you're in the forefront to meet them and then decide on which vendor to use to work with. So I think collaboration goes a long way. With that, we will grow.
Not staying in our comfort zone. I heard a speaker recently say you would fail in your comfort zone.
Sure. So if it's still comfortable for you, somehow
you don't grow.
I always tell people, if you do not have challenge, you will find it difficult to grow. challenges somehow push us to success. Because as long as you can face it, you will see yourself growing and you'll be so shocked you're up there. So somehow we need this push. That comfort zone is not good enough for us. If you're too comfortable doing what you're doing, another person will come and even do it better. And then by the time you see the other person doing it better, that's the challenge, that's the push. So you have to come out of that comfort zone, to bring out your best.
So I think everybody needs to put on their thinking caps. We have to be true innovators at this point, because you can't keep doing the regular in this new normal. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game. I think we are still learning. We're still learning how it is. We're still getting used to what it will be, because truth is we would have to learn to live with this pandemic until it goes away finally. Yes, we'll learn to live with it, and we'll learn to get our businesses to something. It can be us. Honestly. It can be us. Okay, I have another question which says, do you think we can work out collaborations with government since they don't seem to understand the peculiarity of the events industry and the impact of the pandemic?
Well, I don't have connections with the government, but I'm sure you guys, you are the event planners. I think you guys will have to make that push. Yeah, you guys have to make that push for us. For me, I'm just in my kitchen baking. But I think you need to make that push for us to move. So I give that necessary to you.
I think now they can see that we are also essential services. Yeah, we are essential services, because people right now
we didn't have the privilege. We didn't have the privilege during the lockdown.
We didn't because we're not regarded as such. I think now it's more it's more glaring that we are essential services. Like I keep looking at the food industry, as in they thrived as long as you were able to repackage.
I saw a lot of people even going into shops.
Brand yourself. Yeah. They were able to have the cadre of the food industry. You were able to do something. So coming back to what areas can people, so like I gave you an example of a newbie who was starting up and this broke and business is dead on arrival. What else can they do within the baking industry? What can they do? Multiple streams of income that you can have in the baking industry alone.
Yeah, in the baking industry, we have lots of multiple stream of income. They can go into chops. I don't go into chops. I try to specialize more on cakes. So we have a lot of things. I see a lot of people even diving into bread making, because during the pandemic, we had lots of free tutorials. Everybody wanted to teach. Everyone was trying to help another person. So a lot of bakers, even as cake bakers, beginners went into the trainings and they learned how to do bread. They learned how to do chops like the puff, the samosas and all that. So so you must somehow, if you are in the food industry, like in the baking industry, if the cake is difficult for you to start, you're finding it difficult, I think they can start with the chops. Chops doesn't really need too much of investment, right? All they need is there. You get me? So you can start really small way with chops, and then see how you can supply your clients with that. Then gradually they begin to grow, and then see how they can dive and make it even bigger. Yeah, so I think they can start that way. You can also start with baking of cakes. Do smaller cakes. You can start with cupcakes. And then begin to deliver to people. Yeah, cupcakes, on ice cakes, small birthday cakes. Then gradually they see themselves grow. So it's a process, actually.
It's a gradual process. You're right. Yeah. So start more small and grow big, which is always the best model to follow.
Yeah, really.
Yes. Okay, there's another question which says, what does it take to start up a baking business and what motivates you?
Well, I started very small from my kitchen, Izobe. But you know how I started.
We know.
So very small. I remember the first time I met you in the salon, and I was preaching, I was telling you. So, that early stage, that's how I was telling everybody about myself. I bake cake. Everywhere I went to, I would always tell you I bake and all that until, I baked for someone, and then she flung this chocolate cake, so-called chocolate cake that was good, that I knew, I felt was good at that time, was rubbish, okay? So that's the challenge you are talking about. If that kind of thing happens to you, you don't hide in your shell. Instead, go back and see how you can rise up again, and then find the fault, and then,
and reinvent yourself.
Yes, yourself. So that was one challenge. Now, I started very little, and then gradually I began to grow from my kitchen. I'll fill up the cupboards in the kitchen with my cake ingredients, And then gradually I went to my BQ at home, a gradual process to Rumola, and then now to GRA. So it's a gradual process. Don't start big. Don't wait to start big. So even when you see us do this, please do not forget, we have our hard times, we had our kind
beginnings.
Times. Yeah. So we still cry. We still have some regrets, but we might not show it out in public, right? Mm-hmm. So there are lots of challenges coming up. So do not think everything is rosy. It's not going to be rosy. And we did not start this way. We started very little with one customer, two customers, had cakes. We tried to make improvements, and then we began to grow gradually. So it's a gradual process, guys. It's a gradual process. And then as long as you are doing well, as long as you are reinventing yourself, you see yourself grow.
Yes.
Yeah. So do not wait to grow big. Do not wait to have that big money. Start very little. Work with your small oven. If you have the 4-burner, start with that 4-burner oven. Okay. That's what I started with. So start with that. Then I grew to 6-burner oven, then to bigger ovens. So it's a gradual process, guys. You start with a customer, 2, 3, 4, gradual process, and then you have numerous customers that will keep coming back. So it's good to start small. If you have the money to start big, all good to you, right? Okay. But if you do not have the money, guys, start small.
Yes, just do it. Just do something.
Just do it.
Yeah. Okay, I have another question. It says, please, Ma, how do you handle being a mother with your very busy schedule? How do you balance?
Very difficult. I'm sure, very difficult. You can see me, yeah? You can see me right now. Very difficult. Okay, so before it was very difficult at the time, even with the fact, to the extent my husband was complaining, they're making them a second-class citizens at home. My cake is the number one. Everything that has to do with cake is number one. Yes, it was difficult until I was able to set the structure right in the company. So with the structure, I can actually travel 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the business will still go on. So that's to tell you, now I'm beginning to have a life. At the early stage will be very rough. It's like you have no life. You're just baking. You're baking for friends that you cannot even attend their events. It's that bad. Okay? So, but as you begin to grow, then you begin to set up structure for your business. It will work out. But the early stage, be ready to put in all the work. The early stage, you have to be ready to put in all the work. You have to put yourself deep into it. Yeah.
A lot of hard work and persistence.
Yeah, a lot of hard work, yeah. So I'm able to see my children grow, graduate from school, and I'm just thankful to God, really. I really do. I can't tell you how it happened, but it has happened. So I'm grateful.
It's the hard work, it's the persistence, it's the trust in God that you can be who you want to be. So I think it's a balance of everything, really. It's a balance of everything. You just have to be ready. So I would ask for a final tip for event professionals, especially. What are your words of encouragement? What's your professional tip on how to
I can't hear you.
Reinvent ourselves and maintain visibility? Did you hear what I said?
No.
The network. I said, okay, what will be your finance for us?
I can't hear you, Zube. I can't hear you.
Did you get that? Can you hear me now?
No, I did not hear you. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I said, what's your final tip, your word of encouragement, and stay relevant and sustain our businesses post.
Oh my God. Is it there?
COVID-19.
Okay. What will keep us relevant?
Yes. What are your tips, your professional tips and words of wisdom?
I will say we should be hopeful. Just let's be hopeful because we can't tell what tomorrow has in stock for us. So we should be hopeful. Let's remain positive. Let's follow the flow. When I mean flow, the challenges as they come, and then somehow we will succeed. Okay. So the thing is, let's try to reinvent ourselves. Okay, let's try to reinvent ourselves to see how we can push our business more forward to retain our customers and to bring them to retain our customers. Yeah. Let's try to see how we can take care of the ones we have now. We shouldn't push them out. Okay. Because things are difficult, yes, but we should also be very intelligent, very mindful of how we handle the business to them at this period. Because if we do not take care of them very well now, we have to be sensitive, okay, to what's going on. So if we push them out, they get other better customers, they won't come back to you. So try to retain the ones that we have so they can bring in more to us. So that's what we're really doing now. And that's what I will actually encourage everyone to do at this moment.
So we should be good people managers.
Yes, we should.
Okay. So I'll throw this open for everybody who's on the call. If you want to ask a question, you can just pop it in the chat box and our guests will be more than happy to answer. We'll just give it another 5 minutes before we call it a day because she's very busy and I don't want to keep her longer than she has to be here. Okay, let me ask my question. So for the
there's a question here,
online,
but I can't see it full.
Okay, it says, what are the future plans for Dripples as a business?
The plans are still very, it's as high as the sky, it's as blue as the sky.
Keep dreaming, man.
Yes, we're still dreaming. You know, we have vision. We're trying to see how we can meet up with. It's tough. It's challenging. But we pray we get there. We're still striving, really. Yeah. Great. So I want to be able to see Dripples all over the States in Nigeria. That's a big dream, right? Which I don't know how it's going to happen. Yeah, but it's doable. As long as we can dream about it, I'm sure we can also bring it. God can bring it to pass. Yeah, can make it work. So it's huge.
Okay. So I have a question from Mims. Hello, Mims. How do we handle clients that charge below our products? How do we answer clients that say our cakes are expensive?
No, the thing is, what we are giving to the client is our value, right? Yes. So if you can actually give them value, if you make them feel the value, they will come to you. So you do not just charge unnecessarily, right? So what I try to create in the minds of my clients, our customers, is to create value to them. Now, when they see the value, they're ready to pay as much as you charge them. But if they try you the first time and you do not give them value, you just want the money, they will, don't be surprised, they will tell others. Instead of bringing in more clients, instead of referring people to you, they will badmouth your business and nobody will come to you. That's the truth. So number one thing is create value. Do not just look at the money, especially if you want to get these customers. Sometimes we go all out, we go out of our way to see how we can wow this customer. Sometimes we forget the money, okay? So sometimes we forget the money. We just, yes, you pay for a particular cake, but I'll look at this cake and say, man, I think I need to do something extra.
For the wow factor.
Extra. Yes, the wow factor. So by the time they see this cake, they're like, oh my God, and how much is she even charge? So what we're trying to do is create, so by the time you do that, you retain that customers and you make them refer people more to you. So that's our secret, really. So create value first. The money is not the number one thing.
Great. So talk value, not price. Okay, I think those are all the questions for now. Do we have any more? I don't think so. Tareela, thank you so much. It's been, okay, there's another question. Okay, what do I do if someone makes an order that I know I can't handle or have the capacity to handle?
Please, if you know you do not have the capacity to handle, be frank with your customer. Just tell them you cannot do it. There are some cakes I can't really do. Yeah, there are a lot of cakes I can't do. So when they come to me and I know I cannot do it, I tell them, I'm sorry, I cannot do it. Yeah, so do not just take a job that you know you cannot accomplish. No, no, no. That's the value we're talking about. So do not just take the money because you want to take the money. You take the money, you cannot give them what they ask for. That's the number one value we're talking about. So please do not take what you cannot handle. If you know down in your heart, there's something you cannot learn to do, please. I'm sorry. We can't do this. Can we do something else? Something better? Can we do it this way? Must it be like this? If they say no, then let it go. Instead of spoiling your name, all right? So value is number
falling
one.
Flat on your face.
Yeah.
Okay, question. Okay.
Please, can I sublet a job? Sorry, I did not see that. Zube, can you read that?
Please, can I sublet a job and take credit for it?
Wow, Zube, I think I have to use my earpiece. I can't hear this. My battery is low.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let me read the question again. So please, can I sublet a job and take credit for it?
It depends on what you have with the person, right? So if for instance, you're bringing a job for us because you can handle it, you get a job and you bring to us, and you don't want us to to have the cake as ours, yes, take the shine. It's not a problem. All we're after is the business, okay? We've made the money. If you tell us, oh, yes, we have lots of cakes like that. People buy from us and they put their names on the cake, it's fine. So it should be a contract thing. If you tell us, oh, I want this job, or please, I don't want your name on it. It's going to be me, it's going to be my name. We don't have a problem. Give us the money and we'll do it for you. Are we not in business? I'm in business to showcase just what we do. So yes, it's
so
done.
That's collaboration there.
Yes, that's collaboration. That's fine. The thing is, you're getting us the job. Yes, we're ready to do the job for you. But it must be a contract signed, okay? It should be something signed, right? So it should be an agreement, really.
Okay, all right. Okay, wow. Tareela, it has been an amazing time today. Thank you so much for finding time in your busy schedule to give us your nuggets of wisdom, for sharing your journey with us. And we would always come to you when we have any need in the cake industry. You know now, you're a go-to person.
You're welcome.
Thank you for always listening to us. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for your time. I hope you've learned a thing or two. We'll be back next Tuesday on the OCTOPUS series, where we would have another guest with nuggets of wisdom. Thank you, everybody. Good night, Tareela. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye. See ya.